Weird vitamin D deficiency symptoms to look out for, according to Dr. Eric Berg. Regulate the amount of calcium and phosphate in the body, nutrients needed to keep bones, teeth and muscles healthy. The body creates it from direct sunlight on skin when outdoors. Particularly during the winter months, people may not get enough. Posting to his YouTube channel, Dr. Berg said, "Vitamin D is so important and I think most people do know it's associated with bone loss, bone pain, low immune system, depression, high blood pressure, inflammation, asthma, especially in children, as well as poor sleep. But there are 23 additional symptoms that you probably had no idea are connected to a vitamin D deficiency." 1. Nightmares. Typically nightmares are related to a vitamin B1 deficiency, but a vitamin D deficiency can also produce the manifestation of a nightmare, said Dr. Berg. 2. Restless leg syndrome. This too is usually a vitamin B1 deficiency because someone's consuming too many carbohydrates, said Dr. Berg, but it can also be a vitamin D deficiency. He added, "Interestingly enough, I used to have restless leg syndrome, and probably because of all the sugar I was eating was not only depleted in vitamin B1, but vitamin D as well." 3. Acne. Dr. Berg explained the sebaceous gland that is involved in acne, especially if it's inflamed or causing some type of obstruction so oil can't get out of this gland, could also easily stem from a vitamin D deficiency. 4. Bipolar. Dr. Berg said there's been quite a few studies related to someone who has bipolar and they're always deficient in vitamin D. He added, "We know how important vitamin D is in mood disorders, especially depression, and other mood disorders including bipolar." 5. Skipped heartbeat. This is because of the direct connection with a vitamin D deficiency and what it can do to the heart, said Dr. Berg. He added, "It can definitely affect the pace of the heart, so you can start off having a skipped beat and then a palpitation, and maybe even worse, develop arrhythmias, even atrial fibrillation." 6. Breathing disorders. Dr. Berg said you might know a lot of pneumonia and lung infections are related to a vitamin D deficiency because of the immune system being weak and then making you susceptible to viruses. But he warned, wheezing is definitely a symptom of a vitamin D deficiency. If you have a child, a newborn that is wheezing or making a weird breathing sound, suspect a vitamin D deficiency. In fact, anything related to breathing, including sleep apnea, make sure that person is getting enough vitamin D. 7. Skin disorders. Skin disorders are another big one, said Dr. Berg, especially psoriasis and eczema. He explained, psoriasis is an autoimmune problem and any autoimmune problem is usually involving the immune system and a vitamin D deficiency associated with that. In fact, the best remedy for any autoimmune problem is taking larger amounts of vitamin D3, at least 50,000 IU. I would also add in there making sure the person is eating very clean, like a healthy keto diet and intermittent fasting, because the problem with autoimmune is inflammation. So if you want to reduce inflammation, vitamin D and fasting are the two most important things. 8. Sinus issues, especially in children. Give them more vitamin D or get them exposed to the sun, advised Dr. Berg. 9. Hay fever. Hay fever in adults and children is associated with a vitamin D deficiency, said Dr. Berg.